Hello! Welcome back to Path of Exile. Well, with this new power, perhaps I can avoid death in these next few quests. It looks like I got some sewer traveling ahead of me. Wonderful! Well, I went through the sewers once after the second try. Maybe I'll be that lucky this time, too. So I know I've said this already, but I sincerely hope... Oh, I wanted to turn that off. That later on they'll add the usual character voices to, like, discovering all of these wonderful places and their personal thoughts. Especially because... Oh, I didn't need to do that at all. Well, because the witch especially has fun things to say. And it shows exactly how rusty I am at this, that I need to fiddle around with the hotkeys a little bit. But hey, I'll work things out. Really? Normal zombies? Is that all? No, of course that's not all. Yeah, okay, that's more like it. It looks like there's plenty of chaos damage around here, which is not too surprising, since that's what happened the first time through. Another chisel, and some rather interesting boots. And I wasn't paying attention to my life there, was I? Ooh, that is a very bad habit that I'll have to remove later. Well, those links are definitively better than what I have right now, but I will need some mods on that thing, especially movement speed. If I do not have movement speed, I will be in very serious trouble. More so. And I haven't even tried out my new power. Although, to be fair, that's because a lot of these monsters don't seem to leave corpses. Very inconvenient. But I have a solution to that. No worries. Well, it's not like I can do much with that movement speed right now. But I'm sure that in some frantic boss fights it'll be very helpful.
I need more mana.
Or some frantic normal fights. That too. So the problem with this chaos damage is that since it hits my life directly, I'm also getting mana drained, and this is not the best set of auras to get mana drained, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to remove the fire aura. It is a shame, it is shameful, but I got my survival to think about here. Oh well. Full circle, what can you do? Oh, strongbox. Okay. I got my anti-freeze ready. No problem. Gemstone sword seems like a horrible waste, but whatever. This is the kind of setting where horrible waste is the rule. Okay. Oh yes, I also have that. Very important. Well, and this helps answer a question that I kind of had, which is, Do the offering skills have a range limit? Apparently they do not. As long as that thing is active somewhere, you get those very nice buffs. Oh, that is a very interesting idea. Was not kidding when it said lingering. I think I had to kill that thing 3 times. Kind of didn't notice that too much because this build is OP, but... Well, maybe OP is not quite the right word. I'm sure, in fact, I've seen other builds which are much crazier. But, very easy to use and construct might be another way to put it. Tora, what are you doing?
Exile.
Why? No. Why is there a deer here?
There's culling to be done, and I have just the foul flock in mind. I have a certain pack of vermin in mind. To help you out, I'm going to share a little trick with you.
I liked it better when the monsters were just sort of in the dungeon proper, and you just followed the arrow and whatever little trick was attached to it, and that was that. Oh, other allies cannot die? Don't care. Oh, well, perhaps I was mistaken. It looks like the corruption is right here. Or some of it, anyway. There's probably still a lair somewhere. Okay, that's another one. And then I noticed that I haven't actually used my totem for a while. Wow. That's how good the build is. It works like this even with very sloppy play. I feel kind of ashamed, actually. No shields with decent links yet. Oh, okay, well, that was actually how I wanted it to go, so hooray.
And that's how we fertilize the soil in preparation for the coming of spring.
With this, do I even need a Quicksilver flask anymore? Actually, I bet those things stack. Let's find out. Looks like. I learned a new thing today. Although with this faster casting, teleporting might still be faster. But anyway, progress. Progress is what we need in this game. In real life, it is much more open for debate. Now, is the hag here? Apparently. So if I find an exit to this area, that means I've gone too far. Nope. Duadra's cesspool. Perfect. With a name like that, Katarina's here. I didn't know you could show up in a more boss-themed part of the map.
Come to me, Exile. Let us speak of death and desire.
I always feel weird about calling an area of the game a map in Path of Exile, because maps are a distinct thing. But map is what I say reflexively, so it's a little
good.
tricky.
You're not dead. I've something in mind. I'm gathering a little necrotic sustenance and could do with a helping hand. Take these lovely cadavers for a stroll back to my cell.
Oh, okay. So, first I'm gonna clear the surrounding area a little bit, and in essence, I could actually use one of those. I'll deal with that first. Gutting knife. Okay. Well, I can't say that they lack linguistic skill for this sort of thing. So, a little preparation. Essence of doubt. Oh. Accuracy or evasion. Don't need either of those, but I don't know, maybe some build in the far future will make use of them. Anyway, let's see if we can find that piece of art. Oh, it's right there. No problems. Oh. Those don't even last long enough for me to check their modifiers.
Life is wasted on the living.
Sure, whatever. Stay edgy, my friends. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can corner you a little bit. Looks like I might be able to. Really? It must have been just hanging out there for a while. Technically discovered and in flight mode, but... oh, whatever. I say whatever too much. But nothing helps you discover your linguistic tics more than doing commentary for a video, or perhaps other kinds of public speaking. So that's gonna last a while. So while the minions tear things up, I can just check for loots. And is this the way forward? I sure hope so. The cauldron? I don't even know. Well, let's find out. Uh-oh, that's a frame rate drop. It's gonna be a boss, isn't it? I can tell. Oh yeah, Dredger, of course. Wow. I don't know what it was about this room that caused so many frame dips, but I'm glad that my build was the sort that finishes it quickly. Any shields? No?
Once more into the breach, and once more we returned victorious. Although I have to admit, I did not relish the sensation of imbibing that foul witch's soul. I felt decidedly unclean. Still, our journey nears completion. To the north lies Highgate, and the cessation of our efforts to extract the dark ember from the dearly departed beast. and none too soon. Every hour, Kitava's strength grows, and the longer he and the other gods dwell on this land, the less is humanity's chance of survival.
So, Druadre made sin feel unclean.
Once more into the breach.
I guess anything's possible in this setting. Of course, that's a lot of its charm right there.
I need more mana.
Waypoint? Okay. Good stuff. I don't feel like it's quite time to call it the end of the video yet. Oh, what kind of... I know exactly what kind of trickery is this. No monsters, though? Now that is truly unexpected. We just encountered a waypoint, so I don't think I'm gonna come across one right this second. That plant is apparently way too detailed for this computer. I can run frickin' Earth Defense Force at 60 most of the time, but this is apparently too much. Speaking of Earth Defense Force, I would say that this game sometimes gets as crazy, but that is clearly impossible. Alright, something is seriously wrong here. Whatever this game is doing with those funky effects with these enemies, it is too much. I'm just glad that I don't have to control any of this stuff manually. Is there even a waypoint here? Nope. Nope. Well, I haven't traveled that far. Perhaps that's part of the problem. So if the map is to be believed at all, I should keep going to the right. And then... oh? We aren't even in the Abyss League, and that happened. I'm rather surprised. So was that Enduring Cry back there? I think it was. That summoned ballista thing seems rather interesting. There's probably some player skill that does something similar now. Level 19 skill gem, huh? Specifically level 19. Oh, right. Clarissa was talking about that as a possibility for bringing Tolman back from zombiehood. Given the track record of this game, I give it about a 0% chance that it will end well. So apparently I gained a level. And I can't seem to find the stray monster that's keeping this box closed. Oh! That's why. I do not consider that to be fair play. Alright, so I believe the next step was a whole bunch of life nodes. Might as well head to the 20 strength since the health bonus from that gets multiplied by all these percentage nodes. You know, it might not be bad to catch one of those monsters that summons those crossbow things and make specters out of them. At first I thought enemies on the high ground was a huge nuisance. Then I discovered a whole bunch of skills that can bypass that sort of thing, so it's not as bad. Wow. I mean, I do like the gear named Destroyer Regalia. That would probably be the name of some unique item in any other game. Huh. So it seems that bridges cause me trouble even outside of the tactics genre. This is a longer walkway than I expected. Much longer. Huh, no wonder the frame rate dipped so much. It was trying to handle this huge map. Or area. I'm having trouble carrying. It just says item. It doesn't even say any clue on what kind of item it is. And to that end, I love the text that they put on top of that. It's very appropriate for Path of Exile. I mean, yeah, I know, horrific undying soldiers of the Eternal Empire and all, but can I move on to the next area, please? The Grain Gate. Okay. A barrier, huh? Well, I'll investigate that later. For now, time for me to get rid of things that I picked up by accident. And see what this subquest leads to.
Exile, you've helped me before. You can help me again, can't you? My hope waits for me to the east, tucked away in a shrine in the Key. The Ankh of Eternity. Veruso, Prima Imperialis, placed it there himself at the door.
Yeah, I know. I already... Wait, what?
Be careful.
Okay, well, I've already cleared out most of the quay, and I really want to see where this leads. Even though nothing good is going to come from it.
You'd suppose someone as crafty as Dodri would have kept their ugly head under wraps as soon as she saw you coming. I guess death robs us of many things, including our common sense. In any case, thank you. The sewers can run clear now that there's no fetid witch clogging up the pipes.
Oh, okay. I like the idea behind the unset ring, but I can't think of any gem that I have that would particularly benefit from it. Not that I'm against having more slots, mind you, and I'm sure there are some builds that would make good use of it. So let's try one of those things that gives cold resistance. Not purchase items. Yeah. Let's take a look at this.
Don't do anything I would.
Well. Plus 20 chaos resist, huh? Could have used it, half an hour ago, but so it goes. I'll think about whether I want to go with this. I'll have to do some checking about what my resistances are after some things that can only be used outside of town.
These owl eyes of mine have been watching the sun goddess from afar. The sun orb lies within her temple, guarded by her most ardent devotee, an exile who, in his insanity, has taken to calling himself the Dawn. That orb is the seed that I've been keeping a close eye on that exile-turned-sycophant who calls himself the Dusk. Dusk carried the moon orb into the Linares temple, and has not returned with it, not as far as I have seen. No doubt he clings to that orb like it's his adopted... I was out hunting food for our encampment. Like a prowling cat I was, but what I saw, marching across the ruins, made me feel like a little mouse. Gem-studded warriors pounding the earth, led by their strongest, a captain. I've known of these Gemling legionnaires, how they were once the personal swords of Emperor Chittis. But now they rise again, with this captain at their fore. Swallowing my fear, I followed the captain and found a force being gathered within the grain gate.
Alright, so we got stuff to do. But the most important stuff is to get back to the quay before it resets and all those monsters come back, because that would be troublesome. Okay, this is something. Another exit, alright. Maybe that will help me out. Oh, resurrection site, okay. Here we go. So, yeah, there's gonna be a fight here, I'll bet.
Give it to me quickly. Finally, Tom. We can be together as before. Alright. Let's begin. Suffering will besiege us, yet love will prevail. Pain will imprison us, and yet love will prevail. Grief will engulf us, and yet love will prevail. Death will surely take us, and love will... No. This isn't right. This is... Oh, Tom, please. Forgive me. Exile, look out!
Okay. So, defeat the zombies is... I can scarcely even say it's even a request at this point. Here we go. Now we're dealing with stuff. Kind of. Okay, Chaos Orb, that's probably more valuable than the official reward.
How could I have been so stupid? Russo didn't hide the Yunk out of shame. He hid it out of fear. Out of Oh my. What did the Ankh really do to his wife? Everything I saw, that I read, lies to cover the truth of what Kiara had really become. Alright. I'll destroy the Ankh. We've come a long way since Harusa's day, so I'm thinking I can manage where he so sorely failed. At least that's something I know I can do right. I'll meet you back at the encampment soon. For now, I need to... Look, I'll just see you there. I promise.
Well, as much as I'd like to say, look how good I am at predicting things, I don't think it takes a great scholar of fictional storylines to figure out where that was headed.
Poor Tolman. He was never really with me, was he? Just the shell of a man I loved. Wherever he is now, I hope he is at peace, and that he can forgive me for not being able to let go.
Ah, well... Once
Watch
again,
yourself.
the game proves me wrong. I thought they were done giving me skill points. I thought they were done 2 or 3 skill point books ago. I mean, if they want to keep doing that, hey, I mean, I'll take them. Alright, that particular weird thing is done with, but we got some side missions to do yet, and we got some orbs to collect. Ooh, this is looking to be a really long act. Not that I'm complaining. More Path of Exile content is a good thing by my standards. We'll see you next time.